Hey guys. So the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's the kind of person who's extremely rational. Like, I need to see it to believe it type. But at the same time, he goes to the temple regularly, prays, and has a really strong spiritual belief. And that got me thinking, how can we, as humans, supposedly logical and highly evolved, still believe in invisible forces? At first, I brushed it off. I thought, maybe it's just culture, tradition. But then curiosity kicked in. And yeah, a 28-year-old guy spending his weekend reading Neuroscience instead of going out? Not the coolest look. But it did lead me somewhere interesting. So today, we're not here to debate whether God is real or not. We're going to take belief, religion, spirituality, and put it under a scientific microscope to see what this 3-pound brain inside our skull is actually doing. All right, let's get into it. The brain is a belief machine. Most people think belief comes from being taught as a kid, but science suggests something deeper. Your brain is literally wired to believe. The brain hates randomness. It constantly tries to turn chaos into patterns, something predictable, something meaningful. There's even a term for this, patternicity, the tendency to see patterns where none actually exist. Imagine thousands of years ago. You're walking through the grasslands. You see a bush shaking. Option 1, you assume it's a predator. You run. It was just the wind. You look silly, but you survive. Option 2, you assume it's nothing. You stay. And suddenly, it's a tiger. Game over. The people who overreacted survived, and their brains, that tendency to assume meaning, got passed down to us. So your brain evolved with one simple rule. Better to believe something that isn't there than miss something that could kill you. But it doesn't stop at patterns. Once your brain sees a pattern, it asks a second question. Who caused this? And that's where another mechanism comes in. Agenticity, the tendency to assign intention or a mind behind events. So instead of thinking, something happened, your brain goes, someone made it happen. And when you combine patternicity and agenticity, you get something powerful, the foundation of belief in unseen forces. How beliefs get hardwired. Now, if beliefs start this way, why do they become so strong? So hard to change? The answer lies in how your brain learns. There's a well-known principle in neuroscience. Neurons that fire together, wire together, which basically means the more you think something, the stronger that thought becomes in your brain. And this is where rituals come in. Prayer, meditation, repetition, religious practices. These aren't just symbolic. They're reinforcing neural pathways. The more you repeat a belief, the stronger it feels. The stronger it feels, the more you repeat it. It becomes a loop, a very stable loop. Why spiritual experiences feel so real. Now, a lot of skeptics say religious experiences are just imagination, but brain scans tell a different story. When people pray or meditate deeply, specific regions in the brain change activity, especially areas related to self-awareness and spatial boundaries. And when those areas quiet down, something interesting happens. The brain loses the boundary between me and everything else. And that creates a powerful experience, a sense of unity, a feeling of being connected to something bigger. And here's the key point. This isn't fake. It's a real neurological state. To the person experiencing it, it can feel more real than everyday reality. Belief comes before logic. Here's a tough truth about human beings. We don't use logic to form beliefs. We use logic to defend them. Once your brain locks onto a belief, it activates a filter. That filter accepts information that supports the belief and ignores information that challenges it. This is called confirmation bias, and it explains why arguing about religion online never works. Because you're not arguing with logic. You're arguing with a system designed to protect itself. Belief isn't about truth. It's about survival. At this point, you might be thinking, so, is it all just an illusion? Not exactly. Your brain doesn't prioritize absolute truth. It prioritizes what helps you function. If a belief helps you reduce anxiety, find meaning, get through difficult times, your brain will keep it. That's why belief systems exist everywhere. Not because they're all correct, but because they all serve a purpose. Belief as social glue. Humans are social creatures. We don't survive alone. We survive in groups. And shared beliefs create trust, cooperation, identity. A group that believes the same thing is stronger, more stable. So at a larger scale, belief is a tool for organizing human society. Science versus faith? A lot of people think science and religion are opposites, but maybe they're answering different questions. Science asks, how does it work? Faith asks, what does it mean? And those two don't necessarily cancel each other out. It's like love. You can explain it with dopamine, but that doesn't make it feel less real. Conclusion. So in the end, humans don't believe because we're irrational. We believe because our brains are built that way. A brain that searches for meaning, resists chaos, and turns randomness into stories. And in a world full of uncertainty, belief becomes an anchor. So maybe the real question isn't, should you believe or not? But, do you understand why you believe? Because the real danger isn't belief itself, it's believing without knowing why. Thanks for listening. If you found this interesting, hit subscribe. See you guys.